What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today, in the world of indie games, we're going to be checking out Spacebase Startopia, which is being actually published by Calypso. So I don't know if this is actively going to count as an indie game, but we're going to take a look at it here today, see if it's something you wanted to add to your wish list. If after watching this, you wanted to do that, I'll have a link for you down below. It also leads to my Discord, which is a super rad place, and my Twitch stream, which is equally rad, just in case you wanted to have a little bit of time with me sort of uncut and uncensored. I try to keep it family friendly here on YouTube because that's just kind of the thing that I've always done, but I get to cut loose a little bit harder over on Twitch every single day. So anyway, Spacebase Startopia, what is it? This is a base building colony manager where you're running a space station, you're attempting to get aliens to come and visit your space station. They give you money in exchange for all of the services and things that are available there. The game comes with a campaign. I played like the first level of the campaign. I wasn't super crazy impressed by it. I played the first level of the campaign and it seemed like it was kind of just like a really long-winded tutorial. Maybe it changes a little bit further on into the campaign, but the first level was effectively just like farming resources until you get to a certain amount. The game does have, actually independent of that, a fairly lengthy tutorial right here as well if you wanted to learn to play the game. The tutorial's a little bit scattered and it moves pretty fast, but honestly the game is fairly intuitive. If you played anything like RimWorld, or you've played anything like, you know, Judgment Apocalypse Survival Simulator, or any of that kind of stuff, I am almost positive you'll be perfectly fine and able to figure it out. We're going to be playing free play today so that you can explore the other modes on your own just in case you want to. Inside of here, we can sort of customize our style of play. We can choose how big our space station is. If you want to build like endlessly and just cut loose with it, you can do that. In addition, you can add bots, and you can actually turn this into a competitive mode as well. So like the other bots start out on other sides of the station, and they start building outwards. And then it becomes kind of a situation where you're trying to grab territory before other people do without overexpanding and disappointing all of your visitors with all the empty space. And so that's kind of an interesting, compelling idea for people that might have a bit of a competitive bent to them. I haven't played that mode. Well, I did play that mode to test it on that, but we're not going to play that mode here today. I'm basically just going to start out by myself, chilling, and we're just gonna kind of free build. We're still gonna have to get resources. We're still, you know, there's still like a fail state here. Like we can still totally and completely like mess up our station if we do this wrong. But anyways, I felt like that'd be the best entrance point. So let's spend about 25-30 minutes with the game and see if it's something that you think is right up your alley. Dive straight on in, hit ready, and here we are. We're inside the first bulkhead right now. These little guys right here are called fuzzies. They're gonna be our little helpers. They go pick up garbage, they build buildings, they attend to needs and do all that kind of stuff. Whatever you want them to do, they are available to do it. One thing that we can do is we can pick up some of this garbage that's on the ground, and in fact, I may actually, let me pick up a couple of these fuzzies. I'm gonna say I'm gonna pick up like 3 of them, and we'll kind of like plop them over here, and we're gonna make them cleaning fuzzies by turning off automatic mode and kind of swapping their paint job. And then this little, we need like, honestly, I feel like having like 4 cleaning fuzzies is the way to start out. As you can see, aliens have started to visit our space base, but there's like legitimately nothing for them to do right here. It's like going to the DMV in the pre-cell phone age. There's nothing to do. There's just nothing to do. So we've got to fix that. The first thing that we want to do is we're inside the subdeck right now. The subdeck is effectively the functional layer that has like food courts. It has like atmospheric processors. It has things that generate electricity. It's basically the utility aspect of the space base. If people need to take a shower or people need to hotel or whatever else, they will come here. In addition, we also have this deck right here, which is the entertainment deck, the fun deck. We can build kind of like dance floors in here. We can build very specific kind of alien entertainment. So some aliens like violent arcade games, some aliens like dancing, some aliens like listening to music. It just kind of depends on the alien that comes through. And in fact, there's one right there. His name is Smeb. Smeb Simplebug. Smeb just like Space Station. We also have the bio deck. The bio deck over here is basically our farming area. It allows us to produce crates. I haven't gotten super far into that mechanic just yet, but these plants in here can all be converted into various things. So sometimes you're going to need minerals, sometimes you're going to need, you know, medicine, sometimes you're going to need just like garbage in order to accomplish tasks. This is where you're going to get a lot of that stuff from for manufacturing or whatever. Let's go back to the sub deck and let's develop this thing on out. So the first thing that we're really really going to need is we are going to need a berth. So let's go ahead and build a berth. The berth is the place where the aliens are going to go to sleep. It's where they're going to go to get some food. It's where they're going to go in order to take a shower. I'm going to make this one actually pretty sizable right here at the beginning. So there we go. And in addition, they're going to pay us for the privilege of all of those tasks. And so anyways, there's a couple of beds right here. Yeah, we'll throw those on in there. We've got a running tally. I think I'm just going to future-proof a little bit and make sure this thing is kind of like way more than we need. I don't think I'll be able to fit multiples in right there. Let's go ahead and we'll drop like a couple of cleaning units in right there. And then we'll put in a chocolate machine. There we go. And we've actually kind of run out of room here. I'm not in love with the fact that we've run out of room. I'm going to cancel it, make it a little bit bigger. Let's go. Maybe I overdid it with some of the decorations, but we'll just make this a nice big berth. Let's try this one more time and run it back. We'll put a door right there. We'll put a door right here. So we've got 2 doors. Let's go ahead and I'm going to put sleeping units right at the end of the corridor right there. So we've got like 5 of those. And then over here with the bathing units is basically just a car wash for aliens. I don't want to disappoint you by making you think this is going to be all hyper technical. It's a car wash for aliens. That's all that it is. We'll put those in right there. This is getting expensive, so like there is a chance. There we go. That looks good. We'll confirm this. It's going to take them a while to get this built, so I'm just going to sit here. I'm going to let the constructor bots that we have going on take care of business over here. Okay, so the walls are up right here. That's a really good thing to start with. Honestly, the berth is not that expensive, but it is kind of like one of those hallmark foundational things that you're going to, you know, aliens get stinky booty cracks. Okay, when an alien gets a stinky booty crack, all he ever wants is to go find a way to alleviate that condition. And we are providing that opportunity right now. And as you can see, aliens are already beginning to file on in to get their free carts full of chocolate and also to get their slushies. You'll also see that they start to form queues over here by the doors and whatnot in order to access the machinery that they particularly want to participate in. So when people need showers or whatever, they'll just kind of line up. And my general experience has been having a big berth works a lot better than having like a little berth. I've had it in such a way where I made like a small berth that only had like 1 or 2 of each of these objects, and like the line went around the block. I'm not even kidding you. Like that was all of my complaints on Space Yelp, was that the lines were too long and that it was super unpleasing. So anyways, other things that we can build around here. We've got a fuzzy charging station. I think that's a really good idea. The fuzzies tend to idle over here by this little side. And so what I'm going to do is we'll put in a fuzzy charging station right there. Basically, these little guys have a condition, and when it gets too low, they can't work anymore. So you can actually kind of like fail state yourself if you don't build one of these. I haven't tested it to see if it actually falls apart, but what you can do, even if like you don't have a charging station, all your fuzzies run out of energy, you can put the charging station down and then you can pick these little guys up and put them in your inventory and then just drop them on there. So they don't need to actually use their own energy in order to get to the charger. You can kind of help them with that. We do have a trash problem right now. I'm going to strongly suggest that we come up with a way to fix that. Or not. Or not. Okay, so we've got 15 prestige and 3,000 energy. We can get the space trucking research done. We don't have any combat for right now. We don't have any sabotage. Let's go ahead and unlock that real fast. There we go. And so we should have some new buildings to play around with. So I guess having like other AIs that are working along with you, seeing those combat trees and whatnot, makes me think that actually maybe that is kind of a pinnacle point of gameplay. Maybe we should have played with just like a bot so that we could test out those 2 little avenues. But honestly, given the fact that I only have like 30 minutes to show you the game anyways, I doubt that we would have got that far in the first place. We've got a garbage bot over here. I would like to make, we've got a tube lift, communications center. What else can I research right now? We've got the drifter over here. We can unlock the Bugthorians. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm also going to unlock the atmospheric filter. And then, do I have, like, the recycling center around here? That's what I would really like to have, but apparently I need 40 prestige in order to get that done. Let's take a look at the oxygen quality around here. The oxygen quality actually looks great, so we don't even need to worry about it. The oxygen quality is looking really good. I'm going to suggest that maybe we put down a trash can somewhere So we've got the berth, we've got the fuzzy charging station. Communication center would be a really, really good idea. So let's go ahead and get the communication center. The communication center is going to allow us to hire some of these little insect guys. Apparently because of their excessively large antenna, they like to be radio operators. And we can hire them to work inside this station. And while they're working inside of it, they will kind of intercept transmissions and things of that nature. And those transmissions can be good or bad events. Think of RimWorld and basically how you get an advanced warning on some of the events if you have certain like perks or certain things built, and it's the exact same thing basically. Sometimes it's just going to give you a warning that something bad's about to happen. Other times it's going to open you up to opportunities. Now you might be asking, how do I staff this place? Well, we staff it through here. So we can take a look at all of the visitors that are actively entering inside of our space station, and we can pick from them, actually. We can go through here, and if these people like it here, we can hire them. So I'm just going to hire 4 Bugthorians, I think. So you don't want to be hired? Okay. Well, I don't want to hire you anyways. I'll hire you, and I'll hire you. So there we go. We've got Bugthorians, and as you can see, they put on little lab coats, and then they come on over here, and they work on this station. I have been having a weird display bug where the names of the aliens up above their heads are kind of like blurry or whatever. Like, their names are fine, but for whatever reason, when you mouse over them, you can't see their name. I don't know where that bug is coming from, or like if it's going to be fixed before the game releases, but that is one of the little presentational aspects that almost instantaneously jumped out at me and kind of like dispersed a little bit of my immersion in the game, so I would definitely hope that that gets fixed before it goes live. We do have money coming in, and we do have some prestige that's starting to stack up. We have enough right now to get the second category of like drifters and like people that are coming through, so basically we're a space truck stop right now, and then we can be like kind of a haven for, you know, drifters, so that's what I'm going to do. We've got a cargo hold over here. The cargo hold is very, very useful. It holds on to crates. That's where crates get loaded. We've got a factory. It looks like we've got a biopot, and so apparently it produces oxygen, I guess. We've got a recycling center right here, which is actually going to be really, really important. And then we've got a medical station as well. Unfortunately, we can't get the recycling station until we have a garbage bot. So let's go ahead and set up a garbage bot real fast. Garbage bot comes pretty much like default standard. We'll put the garbage bot like right over here by this doorway because they're going to leave a lot of trash inside of this area because it tends to be the area where the aliens sort of cohabitate and where there's a much higher chance of the aliens being in this area than anywhere else inside of our base. Therefore, it stands to reason that this is where most of our garbage is going to end up. And since apparently aliens are just people from the 80s, they just like litter everywhere. You know, you gotta look at... Oh, we got vermin too. Okay, I'm picking up trash right now if you're wondering what I'm doing. You can hold down the shift key and just like click around, and it'll pick up like anything that you don't want laying around and kind of alleviate your cleaning bots from having to do it. We also have vermin running around. I saw one over here. Where'd he go? There we go. Let's go ahead and nuke the bug real fast so that he's not lowering kind of our prestige and the quality of our station. I'm going to load all the garbage inside of here. So there we go. 70% garbage inside of there. When it gets up to 100%, this thing will look for a drop-off spot and try to take it there. We are going to build that drop-off spot very, very shortly. So let's go on in here, and we've got the recycling station, which I think is actually the next thing we should probably take care of. Our aliens are going to get sick. They are going to not feel good from time to time, and so we're also going to have to look for ways to fix that too, but we're not quite there yet. We're not quite there yet. We will be, but not right now. Let's get our recycling station up and done first and foremost. I'd also like a little bit more breathing room, so I'm going to open this bulkhead right here, and I'm going to claim this territory next to where we live. So there you go.
Like Startopia. At least it's a start.
There you go. Half the visitors like Startopia. One thing that I would suggest is to kind of keep your recycling center sort of far away from where people live. This thing is going to belch a lot of just sort of pollution. And so we can put it... That seems like a good spot. We'll put it right there. And then one of our constructor bots will go over and take care of it. We've already got our communications center, so we don't need to worry about that too much. As soon as that's built, we're going to need some of... What do they look like here? Telgors. Telgors are the guys, they love garbage, apparently. Telgors are kind of like, I don't know, dude. I don't know if they're just like space possums or like what they're supposed to be, but they love garbage. And so they don't mind. When you send them to go work in the garbage manufactory, like they're perfectly fine with it. They don't mind whatsoever. In fact, I think their enjoyment goes, those guys have very, very shiny heads. You guys wax that? Like, how do you get that polished, dude? If I was bald, that's how shiny I would want my head to be. Like, I would want people to walk by and be like, ah, I'm blind, you know, and not be able to handle just the sheer magnificence of my scalp radiation. We should probably clean up some of this trash, too. Or not. Or not. Why is it not picking up the garbage? That is curious. It's picking up the garbage from over here. Why is it not picking up the garbage from over here? Interesting. Well, I mean, my garbage bot is trying, and I can, like, manually click all this, I guess, even though that's, like, a little bit of a headache. I'm going to rotate, and I'm just going to help with this side while we wait for construction to get done. So let's go ahead and take all this and just get this place. Somebody's coughing. That can't be good. I think the space Rona has arrived, chat. Nobody in here is wearing a mask. That's all I'm saying. Not a single person in here is wearing a mask. So, like, this may turn out to be a long-term problem. Let's go ahead and dump into here. And as you can see, the garbage bot is going to stand up. And then it's going to take its garbage over to here. The downside to this is that the garbage bot takes forever to go from point A to point B. So it may actually be in our best interest to build like 2 new ones over here, or 1 new one, and then maybe relocate this so that it's a little bit closer to this side. I don't know if these guys are sick because the atmosphere is getting messed up, or if they're sick just because they randomly bring sickness aboard, but we'll work on it in a second. Give me some Telgors over here. I'm going to need... We'll get like 3 Telgors. I don't want to be like overpaying here. So basically energy is the universal currency of the galaxy. We earn energy by doing things. We lose energy by paying people. That's a big pile of trash right there. That's got to go. I got 15 more trashes for you over here. Technically, I have many more trashes for you. Yeah, it's letting me collect trash from on this side, but it's not letting me collect trash from over here. It's weird. I don't know exactly or precisely what's causing that problem. It looks like all my aliens are getting sick. I think we're going to have to make the med bay. Okay, so in order to make the med bay, let's take a look around inside of here. It looks like we're going to need Gressulurians. Oh, it looks like we can level these up, too. Okay, but we need a research lab in order to do that. Fair enough, fair enough. I'm going to go ahead and buy that. I'm going to buy the cargo dock. And then I have not collected and stored any resources yet, so the factory's not going to be altogether that helpful. Still, we need to check the atmosphere. How's the air inside of here? The air is particularly terrible. So let's go ahead and we're going to get some atmospheric cleansers over here. We'll put an atmospheric cleanser, like, right there. We'll kind of, like, make a... Basically, I'm going to make, like, an artificial barrier in between the area where all of the aliens are living at and where we're producing energy, basically. Is that lined up? Okay. So we'll go, like, right here. There we go. Perfect. That might actually be why everybody's getting sick right now. We can take a look at how our space base is doing through this menu. Basically, there's health problems and there's cleanliness problems. So the dryads are really upset about the cleanliness. These guys right here, the garbage guys, they get happier depending on how much trash is just laying around on the ground. And so, like I said, dude, they love it. Like, you clean it all up and they get a little bit upset about it. They like it when there's garbage all over the place. Is there any trash inside of here? Any vermin or anything either? Doesn't look like it to me, but I think we've done okay. It looks like our cleansers are already up, and you can see it's gradual. It's going to take time for these to kind of purify all the toxins and all the nastiness that's inside of the air. But all we really want to do is we want to isolate it all the way over to this side and just kind of keep the miasma just around the recycling center, which we're really not going to build anything around the recycling center. We're going to try to keep it clean. This little area down here, I think we could build some decorations. Yeah, we could put in a couple of advertising billboards down here. So there's an advertising billboard, and there's an advertising billboard. And then we can do, like, smaller ones out this way. There we go. Once they get those built, occasionally aliens will stop and just admire the billboards, and it makes them, like, slightly happier. Like, I've never been walking through, like, San Francisco and been like, oh, look, an ad, and then been like, that makes me happy. You know, but apparently for aliens, it works. As you can see, the air is getting purified, so it's looking a lot better around here. Our real only trouble spot is this back corner, but I'm pretty sure these regulators are going to be able to push that out given enough time. We still don't have lines forming around our central hub over here, so that's really, really good. That means that really I don't need to build a second one, like, at all. We've got money coming in, like, through our ears right now, so that should be fine. These guys, what are you guys upset about? Need for medical treatment. Okay, so let's get started with the medical treatment, although I am of the opinion that I think the medical center, I'm pretty sure it requires some modicum. Let's see here. We have like a small, a medium, and a large. Okay. All right, we've got pre-builds. Let's custom build it just for the funsies because, like, I think you guys will enjoy that a little bit more. We'll go, like, 3 out from the atmospheric thing. And then we'll just kind of put this right there. That looks good. We need a door, obviously, so I'll throw a door on that side. And I'll throw a door on this side, too. It'll have 2 access points. We've got a diagnostic unit. Okay. Yeah, we'll put in 2 diagnostic units. We've got a medicator. So we'll kind of corner these up, since I guess they've got diagonal access points. And then what is that right there? A waiting room chair? Oh, we can put these kind of like in the room. Okay. All right. Yeah, just throw it wherever a chair will fit, I guess. All right, let's confirm it. They should be able to get medical attention over here. We don't really have a lot of like chairs to get people inside the room, but it'll have to do for right now. We can also do a cargo hold. The cargo hold probably going to be over on this side, I guess. We don't really have any cargo to cargonate right now, but maybe later on we'll have something that we can cargonate. My constructor units, they are all running around doing what it do. Good, good. Hopefully these guys can get healed up pretty soon. I love the activity of this game, and just like it does a really good job of sort of feeling the hustle and bustle of like kind of a crowded tourist attraction. These guys are all over here looking at billboards, so that's good. At least the billboards are doing something. 70% of people that come through our station are enjoying it. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. I forget who works here. Who works here? Oh, the aliens with the shiny heads work there. Okay. Let's hire some aliens with shiny heads, though. Gressilurians. This Gressilurian right here likes our station, so we'll hire them. These guys have different things, so they have skill. That's how good they are at their job. I actually probably should have hired better doctors. And this right here is their dedication to their job. It's like how likely they are to kind of like stick around and keep trying to like pile on through even though things are bad. We only have the 2 doctors, but they should be able to come over here and take care of business for us. I may need to hire a few more Gressilurians just to ensure that like when these 2 guys go to take a shower or when they go to take care of business over there, that like, you know, there's somebody to man the station. I'm actually going to put a few more ads over here too. I don't know if the ads bring in money or do anything at all, but they look cool. And so, oh, we can have floor lights too. Ooh, I like that. Okay. Looks like we can also make statues as well. A simple lantern. Yeah. I think lanterns are a good idea. I don't know if I spaced this out properly, but lanterns sound pretty cool. Let's put in a couple of lanterns. Maybe we'll 2-space them. There we go. Get a couple of lanterns on in there. And then on the in-betweens, we'll go with little advertising boards. I don't want to like block off the station too much and make it like difficult for them to get around. But decorations are good. I think with a game like this, like decorating the place and making it feel homey is always like a really, really good plan. I love the way this entire thing is a cylinder that we're rotating around on. Something tells me that FOV is going to bother some people's motion sickness, but I really, really like that effect. Clean up some of the garbage inside the doctor's area. It looks like they are indeed... We got vermin. Hold on. Die, vermin! Alright, we've exterminated the Xeno. Not all the Xenos, just that Xeno. It looks like they're getting healed, like, independent of whether or not we have the things to help with that, so that's good. One thing that we can do here is if we go to the fun deck, we can start trying to earn some money. I don't know exactly what stuff we have available on the fun deck just yet, so it looks like we have a garbage bot, and that's pretty much it. Inside of here, what can I unlock? Can I unlock anything good? Oh, it's going to unlock boredom. Okay. Well, I mean, we've already built everything from over here. What does a biopot do? Oxygen production by potted plants up by 50%. If I have the atmospheric filters, do I really need to worry about that? Let's check the O2 in here real fast. O2 seems to be okay. I'm not seeing any oxygen problems. So I feel like it's pretty much all right. Like, maybe we can leave it. Are we going to need more oxygen? It looks like it's actually... Is it using oxygen right now? It does look like there's a little oxygen cube inside of there. Fair enough. We're going to have to figure out how to produce oxygen. Do any of these plants inside of here produce oxygen? That's going to be my question. So that's meds. That's minerals. That right there produces a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Fibers. There's got to be something that produces oxygen in here. Let's see here. An intergalactic inspector completed his inspection on your birth room. Your fuzzies will fix these. Oh, there are minor inspected issues. The fuzzies will fix them, though. Okay, cool. I think it's actually producing the oxygen inside of here. Ooh, there's one right there. And what we can do with that, I wanted to show this system because it's really cool. So whenever you have like a resource crate that's lying around, you can click it, and then you can just put it inside the storage area, right? Right? Does oxygen not go inside of there? Well, anyways, what normally happens is you put a crate over here, and then what'll happen is it'll fill out this little area, and this little arm right here will sort it into slots by type, and it's really, really cool looking. Like, it's really satisfying to the old OCD, let me tell you what. Go, my garbage bot. Produce for me more goodies. I would like to no longer have that selected. I would like to pick up some of this garbage, though. It's getting a little rowdy over here. It looks like everybody's healed up. 75% of all the aliens that are coming to visit us are having a good time so far, so that's really, really good to know. We should probably go over to the next category. We've got the space disco. We can make our own fuzzies. We've got an energy distributor, and we've got a battery farm. So let's go ahead and we'll get the space disco. The fuzzies, it looks like we need to get a factory up and running, and actually, I don't think I ever unlocked that. So, in order to unlock that, we've got to collect some goodies out here. Let me see. So, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to, like, harvest that guy. And we'll just throw that on in there. We'll just, like, pick one plant of each type to destroy. We can also terraform this little area, by the way, in case you didn't know. We can basically set it up so certain things grow in certain areas. We can do that through this little menu right here. So we've got like a polar area, we've got a tundra and a taiga, we've got a moon biome. The plants will basically produce minerals. What I need is plants that produce oxygen. What does savanna do? Local plants need but little water and produce food. Okay, so let's get that started. I'm going to try to like subdivide this area. So we'll go with savanna. Like kind of in this little corner. I'm just going to redecorate a little bit. We've got savanna over there. This produces medicines, so we'll line this up on the sides. And we'll just have it produce all of our medicines. We can hire people to work out here, by the way, and harvest these plants. The dryads, the plant people, they like this area. There we go. Medicine's good. So we've got medicine kind of set up right now. And then we'll just leave that where it's at. What does this do right here? Medicines, fibers. All right, so we need some fibers out here. Everybody needs a little fiber in their diet. That sounds like a really, really good plan to make sure that you don't have like a rough Saturday, you know, pushing and squeezing and all that. We'll kind of just throw this over here. Looks good to me. And then what does that produce? Minerals? We've already got that actually kind of set up right here. I'm pretty sure this is the same biome. Yeah, so we've got that covered. Moon biome would probably be something that we should produce just to make our visitors happy in case they're from a moon biome. There we go. Just give them a little taste of home over on that side. And then what else do I have here? I've got the moon, I've got the tundra, and the taiga. Looks like this produces oxygen. And as far as I know, people like breathing, so... Oh, that's already set up. Okay, so there you go. We've kind of subdivided this little area and made it happen. For working inside this area, I'm pretty sure we have to hire dryads. Let's see. Dryads are actually not a huge fan of our base. Yeah, let's just hire a couple of them. And they should come in here and they should harvest the plants all on their own and then bring them back to the cargo area, I think. I'm pretty sure that's the way that works. Oh, this little dude's dropping off oxygen over here. Nice. I guess oxygen is stored differently from everything else because it looks like it's not completely and totally... Is there something that I'm missing here? So I've got the cargo hold right there. But do I have to build something else in order to make that work? Let me test it real fast. Let me test it with these minerals. Oh, no, it likes the minerals. Okay. I guess the oxygen has like its own separate secure storage or something. Vermin! Alright, so we got the bug. But yeah, I've been fiddling around with this one. I don't particularly have anything to complain about just yet. I don't know if I've gotten far enough in yet to see how everything interacts. Like, obviously, we just got access to the fun deck, and so we can play around with the discos and things like that over here. But that being said, I think I need to get a little bit further on in to figure out whether or not the various mechanics that are intermixing with each other end up being satisfying once they all come into like one cohesive mass. But as of right now, I haven't had any bugs. I haven't had any crashes. The only thing that I've had is this little display issue. I guess I have had a bug. The little display issue with the aliens' names is pretty much the only thing that's come up. And, you know, everything else so far has worked on the first try. So anyways, my name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie games every single day so you don't have to. Today we're checking out Spacebase Startopia. Tomorrow we will likely be discovering something else. I will see you all next time. Thank you for stopping on in, and take care.